Okay, cool. All right. Well, you guys, this morning what we're going to talk about are the first 3 steps to financial independence. So a lot of times I talk about or train after you've already made those first few steps and you're starting on your journey. But then I have people message me that say, like, I don't even know how to get where you're talking about. Like, I don't even know how to get to that point. And I remember that. I remember what that was like. So we're going to go over that here real quick so you can actually get the ball moving already. Okay, like, let's do this thing. So let me see. First things first, if you are watching on YouTube, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on. If you are not on YouTube or you are watching this somewhere else, at the end of the video, go over to YouTube, search my first and last name, click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified. The reason that I don't say to do it on Facebook is because Facebook is notoriously terrible for letting you know whenever people are live, period, right? So let me get that out of here. As always, ask your questions, okay? I try to get to questions at the end if I have time to. So today, we're going to talk about the first 3 steps to financial independence, you guys. And when I say financial independence, what I mean is that place where if you aren't a fan of your job, nothing wrong with that, but if you're not a fan of your job, then you don't have to go to your job, right? If you're going to a job 40 hours a week, it's because you want to, not because you need to, right? Financial independence means you've got the money and your ends meet, so you're not anxious, depressed, scared, feeling a huge scarcity, right? That is what's happened in the world. I mean, you look around, right? You see small family-owned businesses closing left and right. You see corporations closing, right? Some people are talking about how family-owned businesses are closing left and right. Let's also note the fact that corporations are closing, okay? There are lots of people that just don't understand how you bob and weave with today's times. They're being forced into a new way to do business, and if they can't move fast enough, which corporations are notorious for not being able to move fast enough. There's too many people to make a decision. Have you ever been in a meeting, in a corporate meeting ever in life? Like, that meeting could have been an email, right? It takes too long for decisions to happen. Whereas those of us that own our own businesses and can make a decision and turn and pivot, right? Friends, fans, right? Pivot. Those of us that can make a decision, pivot, immediately, we are actually the lucky ones. That's the awesome part. We're the lucky ones because we can make that decision and make it happen. Corporations have to learn a new way of doing things and then make it happen fast enough that the money that they're hemorrhaging by doing things the wrong way, they have to make sure that they get this right way done, if they even know the right way, done quickly so that hemorrhaging money can stop pretty darn quickly. And as we've seen, some of them have not done that, okay? Some of them just straight up didn't pivot and thought that their past success was going to equal their future success, which is just real stupid. I'm just going to say that. From a business perspective, your past success never equals your future success, okay, guys? Never, ever. If you say, well, I did it this way for X number of years and it was awesome, and so I'm always going to be successful, you are delusional, okay? The delusion that you're having is that because it's worked so long, it's going to continue to work. That's not the case. It's never the case. We always have to be in a position of bobbing and weaving. And in the stuff that I teach in HBR, that stuff, you're going to innately be able to bob and weave. You're going to know what you need to do because I always have you checking in on that stuff, right? Because it's just plain unwise not to. Okay, so first 3 steps. Now we'll get to the subject, which is 5 minutes in. This is how I do things. Okay. So first 3 steps to financial independence. First thing, don't roll your eyes at me, okay? The first thing is dream. What I want you to do first is I want you to dream about it. I want you to think about what you want. What does the best life for you look like? Okay? And a lot of times if you're working for subpar wages, which most people are, okay? Most people don't have over $200 in the bank for a rainy day fund or, an extra $200 in the bank. Most people don't, okay? So if you do, you're already above board, just so you know. But most people don't. And if you don't feel bad about it because most people don't, okay? If you're in that place and you're working at a job that you don't make much and you want a better life, what does that better life look like? And a lot of times when you're in that place, which is right at the bottom of the staircase is the way that I see it. You're at the bottom of the staircase and you're looking up and you're like, okay. Or you're walking down the hallway, the staircase is right here and you haven't yet seen the staircase, right? And it's almost like you could either just walk out this door and live life as normal, or you could turn and see that there's a staircase right next to you, right? That's where a lot of people are. It's like they could either just walk out this door and live life the way they've been living life. Not wrong or right, just is. Or they could turn, remember, what you're looking at, your perception changes all the time, or turn and look and see that there's a staircase right next to you. There's this thing that you can do right next to you, right? So if you're right at the bottom of the staircase or haven't even turned to the staircase, think of what that first step or two would be. Would it be being able to quit your job if you don't love it, right? Would it be, if you desire to homeschool your kids, would it be doing that? Would it be, I know I got a lot of people that follow me that are very wanderlusty, and like, would you just enjoy traveling? Would you enjoy the RV life? Would you enjoy sort of this untethered existence, right? Would you like to just be able to take vacations on a whim and not have to ask a boss if you can have the time off, right? Not be like counting the days that you have to work to have another day off, right? What does it look like to you? That's where you start dreaming. The second step, you guys, is you have to get tired of where you're at. Okay? The dreaming will typically lead you to a place of being tired of where you're at. That's basically, you guys, what that comes down to is you have to desire something else so much more than where you currently are in order to make that movement in your life. Because if you're okay with where you currently are, again, not right or wrong, I'm just showing you this is how the stair step works, okay? If you're okay with where you're at and you don't desire something else more than being okay with where you're at, follow my words here, you guys. If you don't desire something else more than being okay with where you're at, if the energy of being okay with where you're at is more than your desire to do something else, then you're not going to change. Nothing in your life is going to change because you don't have enough like oomph behind it. You don't have enough like, you're not committed. That's what it is. You're not committed to the idea. And maybe you're not committed because you don't see how it would work. You don't see how that would go. Or you feel like, or maybe you were told when you were younger that dreaming isn't wise, that dreaming is just going to frustrate you. Or, who are you to get these things? Who are you to have this life, right? Those are all things that we can work through together. I'm happy to work through them with you. That's what we go through in HBR, you guys. But it's the first week. It's literally the first week because we have to crush all of that stuff to be able to fly free into the rest of it. Ask anybody in HBR. It's a thing, It's a thing. You end up doing things you didn't even realize were possible, okay? So anyway, you guys, you have to dream about it. You have to get tired of where you're at, okay? And then finally, you have to visualize where you're going to be in a year. So visualize the success that you're going to have. And success doesn't mean making $1 million a month or whatever. I mean, it could, but it doesn't have to be that. In order for you to be able to visualize it, maybe it needs to be something smaller than that. Maybe it can be making $100,000 a year from home, which is not hard at all. Just let me say that. But maybe it's making $100,000 a year from home and not having to work your job and being able to wake up every day in service to your community. Maybe that's what it is, right? You need to be able to start visualizing those things, you guys, because what happens is whenever you start visualizing your reality, when you start visualizing those things, it starts coming to you, okay? And there's some of you that are watching right now, I'm sure, that are probably like, oh, what? I'm a business strategist. I'm no nonsense. I shoot from the hip. I am completely no fluff, no BS. Like what you see is what you get. Look at me, right? Like I'm not going to church it up. I'm not going to pretty it up. I'm not going to do anything like that. But hey, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak the truth to you. And I don't care how woo-woo it sounds. I don't care how out there it sounds. The truth has been hidden from you for a very long time, you guys. And that's to play on other people's agenda that need for you to believe that you are so much smaller and of less worth than you really are, okay? So if you're watching this and you're thinking like, this sounds weird, I don't care if it sounds weird. Go with it, okay? Because it's truth. Because it's truth, okay? And then watch things start happening, all right? The only reason that this is weird is because it's been kept from you. Because if you knew this stuff, then you wouldn't be where you are right now. And if you aren't where you are right now, then you're not supporting them. And they need you to be where you are right now. Now, how does that feel? You probably feel one of two things. Where am I at on time? You probably feel one of two things. I would feel one of two things. I would feel mad. I would feel upset that I'd been lied to for so long. But then quickly, I would turn that into feeling empowered and to feeling awake and to feeling like, okay, all right, well, yeah, that makes sense. I get that. All right, well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and give this thing a try, right? That's what I would feel like. And that is the person that turned the corner, looked back up and sees the entire staircase. Okay? So are you the person that's going to walk out the front door? Not right or wrong, you guys. Not right or wrong. None of this is right or wrong. It's how you choose to live. And I love you either way, okay? But what I do is I help people get up the staircase. And if you're walking out the door, I still love you so much. But I help people get up the staircase, okay? So the question is, who are you? Are you the person that walks out the front door? Or are you the person that turns around, looks up the staircase and says, all right, game on. I'm going to do this, right? That's my question. So that is all. So again, let me recap. Dream, get tired of where you're at, which comes with dreaming, because it's a direct contrast, right? And then visualize where you're going to be in 1 year. Get specific with it. The way that I visualize is I can shut my eyes. I can feel like if I'm on the beach, I can feel the wind in my hair. I can hear the birds. You think about all of your senses. It's a sensory immersion, basically, right? So you smell what you're smelling, and then imagine things happening. So if you have somebody that helps you out with the kids, hear them playing with the kids, right? Or if you have somebody that's maybe helping you write a book or something, Imagine your interview process with them as they're helping you write a book, right? Imagine the things. Imagine sitting in that space. And here's the thing. Give yourself permission to imagine. You guys, this is where we go back to our 4-year-old version of ourselves that was so powerful. 4-year-olds get what they want. Okay? 4-year-olds get what they want. They dream big. They get what they want. Okay? I mean, maybe not a later bedtime or whatever, but do they really want that? I mean, come on, they need sleep. But you guys understand what I'm saying. The uninhibited dreamer. That's what we're looking for. So on Thursday, I am going to be doing a training on how to make income at home even when you have no time, okay? That training is going to be in my work at home mom group. Heart-centered and successful work-at-home mom. It's in the description of this video. There's a link to that group. Make sure that you're in there. The training is going to be on Thursday, okay? It's a bonus training. You don't pay anything for it, but it's going to be super duper legit. Every Thursday, I'm going to have a training in there. So make sure that you pop in there and that anybody that you care about is also in there because everybody needs to know this stuff, okay? Okay, let me see. Last thing that I have to say super quick, and then I'm going to go to the comments. If you're looking up the staircase and you're like, okay, I'm totally ready to do this. Like, I'm ready for somebody to grab my hand and help walk me up the staircase. If that's you, what you need to do is you need to send my Facebook business page a message that says case study. It's Livin the Dream with Martha. Send it a message that says case study. I'm gonna have a super short chat with you. There's no commitment. This is not a sales pitch, okay? You either want in or you don't. Either way is fine. Makes no difference to me. But I have a short conversation with you to see if I'm gonna be able to help you out. If I can, I'm gonna invite you into my program where I literally grab your hand and we walk up the staircase together. You guys, I know how to do it. And I'm turning around and I'm putting my hand down to you guys and saying, come with me, let's do this. I don't want to be at the top of a mountain by myself, okay? I want all of you guys, I want families to be at the top of the mountain. I want us all to be insulated by our financial independence, by safety, right? That gives families safety so then they can live from their hearts and show our kids how to do the same, period. That's how I feel. All right, let's see here. Let's see what our things are that we've been saying. Farah, definitely no longer okay with where I'm at. The dream of freedom and work, the hours I want to work toward my future and someone else is calling more strongly each day. Yes. Shelly, oh Lord, so tired of where I'm at. Dreaming big. I need to visualize this out. Do it. Boom. Sonia, I'm not going to church it up. Yeah, I don't polish it up or church it up or shine it up or anything. Let's see. Beth, my husband is the financial genius in our home. I'm loving this course because I'm getting the mindset of earning money and letting my husband rock his arena so that our whole family succeeds. Ooh, that's good. That is good. Marissa, yes, they depend on our ignorance. They certainly do, friends. They certainly do. And then we just turn around and smile at them and show up at work every day and are like, here, take my whole life. Take my whole life. Leslie, I feel like HBR has woken me up. Thank you. Oh, my word. You're going to make me cry on a Tuesday morning. Where's my time? 1916? Okay. Shelly, I want the damn stairs. Tired of sitting in the basement. Girl. Emma, I'd love myself more on the staircase. Do it. All right. Okay, you guys. I love you so much. I have to pop out of here to keep this under 20 minutes. You have the best day. Make sure that you join that group if you want to get in on the training on Thursday, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.